Hey, hello, my friend. Welcome to a brand new episode. Today, let's talk about how to plan your day, your week, your month, and your year, all with this 5-step process. Super easy 5-step process that everyone and anyone can do, any artist watching or listening to this podcast can do. I'm going to teach it to you, and it applies for that whole thing. With these 5 steps, you can plan your day, your week, your month, and your year. So stay tuned. It's going to be really good. And the last one includes a free downloadable resource that I have prepared just for you. My name is Sergio Gomez. I'm an artist, curator, gallery owner, author, and co-founder of the Art Next Level program. And my goal with this channel is to make marketing and art business easy so that you can grow your art career, find new opportunities, sell more art, and spend more time creating in the studio. So if you like that, make sure you click on the subscribe button and click on the little bell so that you receive notifications of our future videos. Well, my friends, again, welcome back. Super excited because as we begin our new year, or whenever you're watching this video or listening to this podcast, doesn't matter, this applies to any time of the year. But particularly if you're watching at the beginning of the year, it really can help us to stay on track, to stay in tune with what we're doing as artists, can help us really figure out, how to better prepare our day to be fully organized, to be fully productive, and so on, which is usually the first question that I'm asked when I go as a guest to a podcast or interview. Like, say, how do you organize your day so that you have time to be an artist, to do your coaching, to do tons of video content for your social media, also to run the gallery, 30 Contemporary Gallery, and also to do your coaching business, right? And take care of your community and do one-on-one coaching and all that. And well, my friend, is because I've been practicing this system for quite a long time, and I want to share it with you today. It's not perfect, and just as I'm not perfect, and sometimes I skip it, sometimes I make mistakes, and I always can tell when I start following this 5-step process that I pay the consequences. I start to lose track of things, I forget things, and so on. So I'm doing this video also as a reminder to myself, right, that these 5 points are very important, and I want to make sure I follow them throughout the year. So step number 1, let's start with step number 1. Very easy. Out of the 5 step number 1 is to prime your day. Start with priming your day. That's when you wake up in the morning after you do your hygiene, brush your teeth, wash your face, whatever you do. First thing you want to do is super important. That's what I call priming your day. And let's start with what you don't want to do. The worst thing you can do is either go to the news or go to social media. I used to do that. I used to, many years ago, wake up and right away turn into the news to see what was happening in the world. Like if I could change the world, like if whatever I did the few minutes of the day could change the outcome of the world. It doesn't happen, right? The world is not waiting for you. It's moving, it's rolling. Bad news are coming and going while you're sleeping. So there's no need for you to hook into the news right away when you wake up. The second thing that, is also not good is to go on social media right away. I used to do that. I used to wake up, listen to the news and then go to social media to see what my friends were doing. Well, the problem with that is that you start your day about what's in the world and what's happening to everybody that you follow. And that is not good because then you're not taking care of yourself first, right? You're looking at everybody else's agenda except your very own. So instead of that, the way you prime your day is to taking care of your mind and your spiritual life the best way that you can. And that can look different for different people. That could be for some of you prayer or meditation or time in silence or a walk outside or reading a fabulous inspirational book, something that can help you prime your mind and prime your spirit, for the day ahead. Because, hey, we live in a crazy world and bad news are going to come and things will happen that will distract you. So you need to be mentally and spiritually prepared for the day. So, that could be 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. My routine usually includes, I wake up, when I'm ready, then I do my prayers. Then I have the time of devotion. I'm a spiritual guy, so I have to make sure I connect to my source. And then, then I'm ready, right? Then after I do my prayers, then I'm ready for the day. So figure out kind of what works for you, but prime your day. Super important. Social media and the news, they have the time. And you can do that, later in the day, but not when you start. Second thing you want to do which is super important as well, is then start with a personal declaration. Start with a personal declaration. This is something I started doing maybe about 5 years ago, around 2018, 2017 or so, when I started with a personal declaration, something that Dr. and I, have been teaching about for quite some time. And back then we developed in 2018 a goal setting system for artists, which included a personal declaration. And that's still very good. I still follow that practice. And this is something that you can write on your own, or you can go online and find, how to write a personal declaration. There are a lot of tutorials on that. It's super simple. Pretty much it's something that you write that you can repeat to yourself, that grounds you, reminds you who you are, reminds you what your values are, what's important to you, so that you can be ready for the day, right? Reminds you of what you're grateful for as well, so that you can then be ready to face the day, what the day has for you. So the personal declaration could be something long or could be something super short. And in my life, I have done long personal declarations, where I've, written quite extensively, and I read that every morning. Or I have done also super short ones. Right now, in this season, in my life where I am right now, I have a very short personal declaration, and it's one that I have shared with many of you guys, my friend, throughout 2023, which was and still is my personal declaration right now is, I'm an artist on a mission. That is how I start my day. After I've done my priming, then my personal declaration, remind myself, I'm an artist on a mission, right? I'm an artist on a mission. I have to remember that so that way, when I remember that I'm an artist on a mission, as I go into my next step, which will be reviewing my to-do list and things like that for the day and for the week, I'm gonna make sure that those goals align to my mission. If I'm an artist on a mission, I have to make sure that all the distractions that come my way will not veer me, will not, turn me away from my mission, from my goal as an artist, from my goal as a person. So my personal declaration right now at this point, which might change tomorrow, might change 6 months from now, could be a very long one, maybe by then, but right now it's very simple, straightforward. I'm an artist on a mission. And that's my declaration, my personal declaration. You're more than welcome to use it or to add it to your personal declaration, but come up with a statement that you can read to yourself, you can remind yourself that you can use every single morning. Something short makes it easy. If you're a person who are usually running in the morning, make it simple one, but that you can read it. Maybe stick it on your mirror or your studio or in the dashboard of your car if you drive every morning. Whatever works for you, come up with something that's going to help you stay in tune with your career, with your mission as an artist. So we said step 1 is prime your day. Step number 2, repeat to yourself a personal declaration. Step number 3 then is just go through really quickly through your to-do list. Go through your to-do list of the day or for the week. And, for some of you, maybe just like a bunch of sticky notes that you may have, around, or perhaps maybe also apps that you use on your phone or on your computer to help you stay organized, or a notepad, whatever it is. Just go through your to-do list and pick the 2 things that have the highest priority. Because your to-do list may be quite long, but not everything has equal priority. So pick the 2 things that must get done today. I always look at what are the 2 things I must get done today. If I finish those 2 things, I feel accomplished. I feel like I, make progress. I feel productive. Everything else is icing on the cake. So think about what are those 2 things that for you will help you get better, will help you advance in your career, will help you get closer to your goal. What are those 2 things that you need to do today, get done, check mark, so that you feel accomplished. And everything else, is a bonus. Everything else is a bonus. And it works usually really good, because typically we all get done at least a couple things in the day. Important things, right? The next one, so that's your number 3. The next one is also an important one as you also plan and organize your week and your month and your year, is to have a way to document or write your notes. I call it my idea notebook. So I have this idea notebook. I've been sharing about this also for quite a few years. This is Sergio Gomez version 10.0, Miami season. And every time I fill out one of these notebooks, these are just cheap notebooks that I get at the store, then I buy another one and I just put the next number. It's the whole idea of having idea notebook where I can write down things that I'm learning, where I can write down also ideas for projects, ideas for bodies of work that I'm doing as an artist, ideas for things that I have done, notes for things that I have done in the past that have worked. So I can always go back, years, before me and look at what was I thinking, let's say in 2018 or in 2017. I can look at that. I can look at what projects I had in mind. Maybe there's something I still there that is of value that I never got to do, or I forgot about, or a lesson that I learned that, wow, that was really amazing. Then I can look at that. Or if I'm listening to a podcast that really inspired me, I write it down and why I like it, so that I can go back to those things, because those things are important. We live in a world that we are bombarded with so much content. So much content goes from one ear and exits on the other. Ideas come through the head and get out on the other side. And this is a good way, good way to document your progression as an artist or as a creative in a way that you have something to look at. So I call it my idea book. I recommend you have your idea book. You don't have to write something on it every day. It's very organic. I just write something whenever I have something to write. But it's always by me. It's always near me. It's always on my desk. And when I travel, I take it with me. And I just have a sticky note, on the next page that is blank, right? So I can just continue from that point. And it's really, really awesome. And that is your number 4, have an idea notebook. The last one that I want to share with you is one that relates to your long-term planning, right? Because we're looking at this video or podcast, if you're listening to the podcast, on how to plan your day, your week, your month, and your year. So this one, next tool, will help you plan your year, but it affects your today, right? Because as you plan your year, you want to do today things that will help you achieve the goals that you have for the rest of the year. And that is the goal setting for business savvy artists. This is a free tool right here, goal setting for business savvy artists, that Dr. Yanina and I created inside the Art Next Level program. And it is really good. I use this tool to plan my goals for the year and to set my goals, set smart goals that are business savvy goals that look at the 5 pillars of the art career that can help me then achieve goals. And, maybe you have used our goal setting system that we came up with in 2018. I believe we created a goal setting and progress system for artists that I know hundreds of artists use, and they still, up to today, they continue to use it. So it's a system that is a great companion to the one that we created before, but it is an upgrade, and you can use it because it looks at the 5 pillars of your art career, as I mentioned before, and it is really, really great. The way we created it is so that you can use it once to set up your goals, and then you use it to continue looking at your goals as you make progress, updating the system so that it can follow you throughout the year. So I use this in my art career, to check what goals I have and how am I in the progress of them. And my friend, if you want to get this free tool, which will be very, very helpful for you, it's totally free. It comes with a video also that shows you how to use the tool for best results. Comes with a downloadable, it's a PDF, and you just download it and you can then use it and print it out as many times as you want. It's also a writable PDF, so you have Acrobat PDF. You can open the PDF and then type on it, right from your computer, and then just print it out. Or if you want to do it by hand, you can do it by hand too. It's really up to you. But use this tool. The way to get this tool is go to our website, theartistnextlevel.com/2024, or another way you can do is go to the description on this video and you will find a link there. Or if you're listening to the podcast, go to the description of the podcast and you'll find a link there if you don't have nothing to write with right now. But this tool will totally help you to plan your year, so that as you plan in your day, you have a long-term view of what you want to accomplish as well, which then makes your planning a lot better. Otherwise, you have goals that you set up throughout the year, but you're not doing today things that can help you get closer to those goals. So that, my friend, is the 5 steps. Again, just to review and recap. 1 is prime your day. Number 2, start with your personal declaration. Number 3, what you want to do is review today's activities or to-do list and pick the 2 most important things that must get done. Prioritize your day pretty much. Number 4 is get an idea book or idea notebook so that you can write your thoughts and ideas, things that you're learning. And number 5, have a goal setting system, which is the goal setting for business savvy artists that I highly recommend for you. Totally free resource, and I hope you use it, my friend. And let me know how it goes. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear how this system is helping you, how these 5 steps are helping you, or if you have another system that you want to share with me, please let me know. I would love to hear about it. I'm always learning as well. I'm always tweaking and making this better. And I'm going to be using this 5 steps throughout the whole year 2023. And I'm going to stick to it because I think it's really, really good. So thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Please do me a favor and share this episode with all your friends. But wait, before you leave this video, if you are an artist who wants to grow your art career and wants to achieve greater success, make sure you check out the Art Next Level program. You will find a link under this video. Don't forget to subscribe and check out the next video that we have recommended just for you.